tube of you. Let me make sure everything is running smoothly. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I love you. Hello YouTube. Good morning. Alright, let's see. We do have the support down here though, so I'd like to see us pull back at least a little bit when the market opens. Gold still struggling, but at this strong area on the volume profile. We have low volume right at the supply zone up here. So if we were able to start to reverse over here and find some long positions, we could target the low volume shelves up here at supply. I don't know if that's an alt supply zone. Oh, but look at this. It was an alt supply zone, but we created a 5-minute fair value gap or imbalance over it. And we see that it's an imbalance with the volume because we have our volume profile on the right-hand side over here. So possible gold trade here. Let's take a look. Gold volume. Good buying volume is starting to build up here. Let's see gold. I'd like to see gold continue. So I'm going to take a light entry on gold here and just be a little careful on this. On some longs. Entry point right where you see it right here. 830, 38.90. Now it's going to be close with this 5-minute because the 5-minute hasn't closed. I could have been a little more patient, but I know what my risk is on it. If it dumps, it dumps. That's okay. I'm not going to get stopped out. And if I do get stopped out, then it wasn't meant to be of a trade. So let's see, we'll give it a bit more breathing room just till this 5-minute closes. We have 24 seconds left. Sellers are stepping in with some strength. Stopped out of that. Look at that. So I was a bit too early on that entry. I do still want to let this close because it could still pop back up. We have 10 seconds left. But let's see if we want to close back higher or if we want to dump lower and take out these lower levels of liquidity to the downside first. It's looking like it's wanting to go to the downside. Market is opened right there on that note. So let's take a look at ES and NQ. I'm looking for shorts on ES somewhere around this 56.82 area. CVD pushing green. ES and NQ both pushing higher at the moment. Look at that. My entry lines up with a what's it called? With a optimal trade entry Fibonacci. So low volume up here. This is what I'm aiming for a short position on ES. NAS continuing higher. Crude oil also sort of struggling. Gold no longer looking at. There we go. There we go. Pump in the morning just like yesterday. Crude oil trying to push back lower. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you are here on YouTube. Strong level of resistance right here. Nothing too crazy. This is not where I wanted my entry, so I'm not taking this. We're just going to wait right now. 15-minute, 30-minute, anything of interest. 30-minute almost looks like it's a basing candle for the longs to continue. Hourly was looking a bit more bearish. It was that 15 was trying to look bullish, though. That's interesting. This is ES trade map light, so let's see how we want to react towards these lows in demand. We did not get our short entry. It did come off of this level, but I didn't want that entry up here. Remember, we're in a demand zone now, so I don't like going short into a demand zone, just like I don't like going long into a supply zone. There we go. Big drop on gold. So glad I stopped out of gold. We are coming into this imbalance down here. And remember, low volume down here. Low volume's usually the places where we look to reverse, but we also need low volume to move in direction so that we have an imbalance that's created. 5 minute, 15 minute. I almost want to take this long on gold here, but fool me once on gold, am I right? Let's see. It is a demand zone though. It is a 30-minute and it hasn't broken yet, right? I mean, it broke overnight once, but nothing too crazy. If CVD spikes or something, I would consider. It didn't. ESNQ, we're keeping an eye on everything. We want to know what's going on. Got eyes in the skies, my guys. Quick run up here on ES. Look at that. Now remember, we already took out previous day lows, so the odds are more in our favor to close red today. Oh, crude coming near our entry too. Oh, that's tough on crude right there. I'm gonna keep crude over here for now. Crude oil, crude oil. So close on crude. Get ES back here. Where did I want crude oil? 67.60, 67.60. Right here. So 67.54 is the next level that's near that zone. We just took out this price level and started to reverse. So we might have missed that. Because look, it swept the pre-market low too. So let's see a quick look real quick. CVD is still green on crude too. So this is definitely looking good on the longs on crude. We just need to see how this maybe 5-minute wants to close. And how the 15 wants to close as well. YouTube, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. We go live Monday and Friday. Pre-markets are Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Monday through Friday. Can't speak today. I'm too focused on the charts, guys. We got to pay attention. We got to stay focused. 5-minute, pretty nice rejection candle. Nothing too extraordinary. Maybe we get one more dive lower. ESNQ. Chopping around and
And Q with that 5-minute open range doji is beautiful. Where do we go?
Yep. Look at the 30-minute time frame. Look at the basing to the downside we have.
Oh, yeah. We tested half of that wick, so.
Yeah. We do have some buying pressure. I almost want to try longs here on ES. But I don't want to be going long while I know I'm looking for shorts today. You know what I'm saying? Just be patient.
Yeah, I took a quick long and a quick short, just for the heck of it. But
nice. Hey, check this out.
10 pointers, 20 pointers.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Check this out on gold. Glad I didn't fool me once, fool me twice on gold. Yes, also pushing back lower again. How's the 15-minute time frame looking? Want to be aware of the 15 and the 30-minute. Probably going to be keeping an eye on crude. Let's see. Crude 19. So 19,600 is a pretty strong level on Bookmap. 19,600, and we're heading towards that right now. $19,600. So we could try that on crude, on gold. My goodness, Nasdaq for possible longs. 19,600. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. 19,600. Look at this, 19,600 right here. 19,600, major price level. So we could sweep that and then reverse from there. I'll take a long with like a 5-point stop loss, real quick scalp on Nasdaq. VIX trying to move higher, which is bearish, but it is trying to reject that previous day high to push lower, which is bullish. Crude and gold, they fail to hold. NQ 19,600, dude, you already know. What's up, Jeremy?
What's up, man?
What's up,
Yeah,
man?
I was gonna laugh at that one right there. Yep. Every time, man.
Dude, I like that. Yo, Ironclad, gotta send me, or maybe like if you could send me the link. You know how you could share AI conversations. You could hit that share button. If you
Yeah.
could share it with me, cause I don't know how you make yours so clean. Whenever I ask for an image, it'll get like 1 or 2 words right, and it'll throw in like 3 or 4 words that are just spelled completely wrong, and it looks ridiculous.
Big rock.
So I put what I want to be on plaque or I want to be on the writing and whatnot. I put that always between quotes, and I specify saying or
Oh.
reading and then between quotes so that is specifically what it is. Every once in a while, it kind of misspells something here and there, like it did with the bear and the bull that I had the other day, and I'm like corrected, and it didn't correct, so I'm like, oh, screw it, you know.
Got you. Yo, check out gold just like fell through the roof right now.
The roof.
That means
The
money's
roof.
getting put somewhere else. Where is the money going?
It's going into the
The
Nasdaq. I'm just
risk,
kidding.
baby, risk.
But it's not going. It's not going into the Nasdaq or the ES because it's triple witching. So everybody's options are expiring, right?
It's going into the dollar. Just kidding. Who the hell would invest in
Yep.
the American
That's the
dollar?
that's the inverse relation between gold and dollar, right?
Yep. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody would invest in their right mind in the dollar. Yo, where's my crude oil chart? There it is. Close that back up. Get it back up on here.
So Jeremy, did you take that 1 second 10 pointer?
Nope, not that one. I got that 28 pointer in the zone, and then I'm flat until this kind of works out of range.
I sort of
Yeah.
like how ES is trying to hold here. Equities are also trying to push higher, but they're failing. Apple trying to move higher. Microsoft close to new high a day. Nvidia selling off, broke previous day's low. Tesla pushing higher too. Guys, take a look at equities right here. Meta selling off.
So if you look at
Tesla trying to push higher. Microsoft trying to push higher. And now Apple also trying to push higher. This is going to help the equity field, NASDAQ, ES, hold this demand zone down here, hopefully. That's what we would look to see.
so I want to see when we start seeing triple digits on the dome on the ES and higher double digits on the NQ. Right now we got very low double digits on the ES and single digits on the NQ on the dome.
Yeah.
So that means that it's just us battling each other right here. Retail people
Oh,
battling each other. Once those big prints, there is one big print on the ES at 56, 59. Maybe you can see that on bookmap easier.
56.59.
Yeah.
I see 56.59. Nothing too passive on 56.59. I see 56.50. 314 passive buyers. There's that hold and demand.
Yeah, they just moved their order to 56.63.
LG, baby.
Oh, look at that. Boom.
Now send it back to 19,650.
Guys, be careful. We are range bound so far. It is still only 9:41, so it's only been 10 minutes since the market opened. We could be patient and wait to see how that 15-minute orb wants to trade. And don't forget, I had 56.84 as a potential upside target on ES, where I also wanted to possibly look for some short positions on ES to 56.84.
Drop.
Drop.
Oh, it's gonna test the pool. What do we got? What do we
It's
got?
gonna test the pool.
Well, 19,660, 665 is like the top of the little 15-minute LZ from last Friday. And it's floating on it right now. There we go. We're gonna blast. No down. We go uppy. Next range is just literally opening 1 minute liquidity.
Nice.
Let's see, where's that gap? 19,693 to 19,708. I suspect range for at least 2 more beats before we do anything, but being that it's a witching day, it's likely going to get hedged on both sides of the call and put side, and they're narrow right now. Squishy, squishy.
Don't they have to pick a direction for witching data?
Not necessarily. Sometimes, when they're done, because they're going to be buying to close all their positions and rolling them. When they're done, they don't care. So when they're closing those sold to open positions, typically, they'll go and hedge equity against it in whatever derivative they're against. So whatever the underlying is.
Nice.
At that
Yo.
point, they'll let it rip.
Ooh, yo, this 30-minute man is looking so good to continue higher. Yes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Man, I knew it. I should have tried those longs in demand. We didn't break this demand zone. This retest right here on the 935. Should have tried a long stop loss at the low, but that's alright. We're just gonna wait. Gotta wait and see.
I want to see a small little pullback here at least. Back
Yeah.
down to the 19660 area.
Let's
Before
check out ES bookmap. So check out ES on the volume right now. So because we have been consolidating in this area, there is no low volume shelf for us to rebalance to. So if we could break out of this range, we'll have to see how we break out and if we break out. Like we said, you said, who said it? It's quad witching week or something?
Yeah.
So price action tends to be choppier, tends to fail more, but a lot of people are anticipating that already. So comes the line of, do we want to continue lower because we broke previous day low and the odds are we continue lower? Do we want to continue higher because a lot of traders are already anticipating a move lower and the market would much rather trap them than prove them right? Where does the market want to head? That's what I want to know. What do you guys think? Where do you guys think the market is headed at this point? Are we going to stay range bound? We still have, look at our 15-minute orb right here. So now we can mark out our high and use our orb and our low and our orb. So now we have our 15-minute orb. Now, guys, some people might be like, well, how do you use the opening range break? How does it really help you? Well, first off, if you're trading any market, any equity, whatever it is, when you mark out that 15-minute high and low, it will set the range for the day for you. So if you have trouble finding, is this the high? Is this the low? Is this where the high is? Where should I find my shorts? Where should I find my longs? This will set the tempo for you for the day, right? Here's our opening range high. Here's our opening range low. If we're above it, look to see if we're going to continue back higher. If we're below it, look to see if we're going to continue back lower. And then you could really start to break it down when you use double breaks and stuff along those lines to say, okay, are we in a bull market? Maybe I'll look to see if we could break down first and then reverse back higher, right? Because that would give us a great entry to short the lows and buy the highs. I'm sorry, buy the lows and sell the highs. Buy the lows and sell Mahylum. Definitely, I like this little 5666 area right here. Because 666 is known to be a good number.
that happens to be the 37 EMA on the 1 minute. I've been playing around with that and it kind of holds pretty
The
true.
37
Yeah.
EMA?
37 EMA on the 1 minute chart.
Cool.
$660's liquidity right below it.
YouTube guys, let me know if you take any trades or, you know, what's going on. I'm thinking of taking an ES long here. But, we'll see. There we go.
I love getting calls in the middle of something.
Isn't that the best time to get a phone call?
Yeah, but it was like I needed my headset for it, so I had to defan here.
Nice. All right, guys, give us a big break of this orb. Let's break higher. Let's break higher. I want to see if we could push higher. Pull back right here. Be careful. Don't be jumping any guns. I did like this big buyer that stepped in here, but I don't like that he got rejected very quickly.
Don't jump the shark.
Don't jump the shark. Jump the shark the jump.
Now we just harpoon that thing while we fly over it.
There you go.
Nah, sharks are awesome. Don't kill them.
I like that equities are trying to hold here again. But we'll have to see.
And this is just my opinion, but the way I'm looking at it, I think we got a pretty good chance of staying inside that ORB, like probably to about 11 o'clock, unfortunately.
Yeah? Dude, I want to see us break it right now.
I mean, I do too. But like, it's one of those days where, it can just rip a face off, sure, but
It can do whatever it wants.
it's one of those days where it can run away. But more than likely, the open, it's going to be trapped until these guys are done rolling and hedging. So
Yeah. Vic's trying to push lower. I do like that for the bulls. There we go. There we go. Equity's trying to pop higher. Weighted index looking good. Nice pop there on NASDAQ. Come on, ES. Give us that break up. Let's break that orb high. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Come on, NASDAQ. Give us a big break on ES too. NASDAQ's breaking higher. ES keeps failing over here.
740. 19740.
It's a tough spot on ES. Why does ES fail while NASDAQ's trying to break higher? Be careful.
better beware.
Nah, bear beware, bear beware. Be bear. Minute left
And
on this 5 minute.
We had a look above the orb and decided to come back right in.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like point of controls down here. I wanted to see point of control higher up. Wanted to see better volume on this candle on ES, but looks like we're trying to fail it now. So we're going to be a little careful. Give me one more pop and I'll get all out. But definitely concerned we do fail that orb break.
That POC is like right in the top of the pool, man.
20 seconds left in this 5 minute.
We all float down here.
You'll float too. Yo, you guys got any show recommendations?
Shows or
right?
movies?
Either. Anything. Netflix, HBO, Max, Hulu, whatever. Anything anywhere.
I like The Beekeeper.
The Beekeeper?
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Have you seen Boardwalk Empire?
Yes, that's a great show. Oh
Yeah.
God, I got to rewatch that one.
That's what I'm doing. I haven't found anything good, so in my spare time, I'm running that. Yeah.
Come on, NASDAQ. Come on, ES. Let's break higher.
Look above and continue.
Let's go, let's go. Damn, it's struggling.
Bidders on a roll, man. Holy crap.
Get me out of one. I'll get out of one contract on this little break right here. Give me one. All right, out of one, holding two.
That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. Entries five. Like I said before, the 5666. Made the joke that 666 is a good number. I like the accumulation here. How we're sort of we're like consolidating here. I feel like we might get a squeeze. Little concerned that the squeeze is to the downside, but I'd like to see this orb break higher. We had breakouts of the orb the past couple days in a row, so just looking for that trend to continue. Nas trying to move higher, but into an area of resistance. There we go. NASDAQ with some strength. Really need, this is the weighted index down here. Really need weighted index is at new high of day 2. That's good. Come on, ES. Go break that orb. 5674. 5674. Low volume is all up here. NASDAQ pushing higher. Need that pop on ES here.
Good morning, everyone.
Come on,
That's
ES.
bullish.
Come
Bullish
on,
MM
ES.
target met. Halfback is 19,680. Let's see if it breaks down real quick and gives a halfback.
Here we go.
I'm not trying to bear on your bull, but
No, that's okay. I'm trying to get out of my longs right up here. I don't like that we're starting to fail. I'm going to get out of one. I'm just going to hold one contract for the breakout. And we'll hold that for the day. So I'm out of one more contract. I'm holding just one right now.
I think I heard Ricardo in the background there. How's things, man?
Yeah, guys. Good. I just started.
What's going on? What's up? Yeah, I want to see that CVD push higher too. I don't like this resistance that just formed up here, but it did just form, so it could be pulled. 230 left. Nah, I don't like that resistance up here. Let's see. CVD isn't green either. We do have point of control moving higher, which is good, and bullish CVD, bullish volume on the past two 5-minute candles at least. This one's trying to flip red. I'm probably going to get out of this last contract somewhere up here into some profits.
Drop.
Yeah, let's get out right there. Glad that's why we scale out of some guys, right? I was worried that we failed the break. We ended up getting a double tap of that orb high, and then we pulled back. I'm going to wait here because I'm not completely sure that we're going to reverse. 30 minutes still hasn't closed yet.
Caught that pullback.
Nice.
Work, man. Yeah,
CVD
that MM
did
target was
drop.
grand.
CVD did drop, so be careful. Nas selling off. We got sellers
Boom.
stepping in.
Halfback met. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
We just retested demand on ES. I'll try one more entry here off this demand re-entry. Stop loss at 56.60, entry 56.62. That was a nice quick reaction. Let's see if we could trap these shorts. Anybody that's holding these shorts thinking that we're going to trend now. Because now we're sort of near the bottom of our range, right? We're in demand. This is the bottom of our range. This is now the top of our range. So let's see. Let's be patient. Let's be careful. There we go. Give me a big buyer to just completely flip this candle back green. Here we go. Huge, guys. Wow, what a re-entry. Holy cow. That's crazy. Let's hold this, guys. Holy wow. 30 seconds left. Got to get out of one contract here. Oh my goodness. Keep going. Keep going. All right, I'm just holding one contract left. What a reversal. What a re-entry. Dude, look at that. It's crazy. I just re-entered right here.
Kevin, I think you become a scalper, bro.
Right?
It's, you know what, it depends on the market conditions, but yeah, I've been finding a lot more success with the scalping using bookmap in my zones, 100%. Come on, give us the break now. Give us the break now. 30-minute closes in 5 minutes. I want us to continue higher. Oh, we're going to. We're looking good. We're looking good. I'm staying in it.
Check that 5-minute candle close, though. The one before.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, okay. I know it's got LZ on either side, and we'll probably get one more doji.
CVD pushed green on NASDAQ, and what I'm looking for is how the 30-minute candle wants to close right now. So I really need that 30 to close above this price level right here and remain bullish. And if we do close below it, then I'll just stop out of my trade. But right now my entry was 56.62.25. Stop loss is 56.59.25. That's the low of this wick. So my entry on this trade is currently right here. Stop loss at the low of the wick. I already scalped out of one contract, and I'd like to see if we could continue back higher. Could be a possible huge trade right here. I want to see the CVD push green on ES, which it's pretty close to. It's not too far. It is negative 1700, but green on the NASDAQ at least, which is good. Just got to see those equities continue higher. Equities are starting to struggle right now. We do have to remember we should be expecting range-bound price action today. Could definitely exit here, lock in gains. This is a nice trade. But I want to wait for that 30 to close. Closes in 3 minutes. I'd like the 5 to continue here. How's the volume profile looking and the point of control? Point of control has been remaining above that pink level that I have. So again, if that 30 could close above here, hallelujah. If it doesn't, we stop out. It's alright. It's alright. Positive deltas for the last 3 5-minute candles in a row now. See if that trend wants to continue.
In about 1 minute, we'll complete a diamond pattern on the 5-second that is a little bit ominous. Not to say it's going to get ripped down, but it's usually going to precede volatility. So We might get a
Cool.
big move, one side or the other.
Oh, cool. So what you're telling me is we're either going up or down?
But with a pretty big bar.
All right. Well, hopefully
So
it's
just
up.
trade the break.
Let's go bulls. Weighted index moving higher, VIX moving lower. Let's go buyers. Love to see it. Let's go, baby. Huge, huge, huge. Let's go. Boom, guys.
The 5-minute candle before this gives you the range of liquidity above and below that doji.
Hallelujah on this trade.
The 5-second candles show you a diamond pattern within the upper range of that previous doji. That's the target to break. So once that setup breaks out, if it breaks bullish, we get a really fast rip to like about 19790, sorry.
Nice. Yo, if we don't break orb here, I'm getting out. Come on. Yo.
Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir.
I love the diamond pattern, guys. Every time frame that thing appears gives me good vibes.
Weren't you just saying it's going lower?
No, I was saying watch that doji because we got to see what side of liquidity we want to be on. That 5-minute doji had a big wick on top and a big wick on bottom, so we just need to wait for the body break and then get above the wick.
If you haven't sold it, sell it now because that was a VWAP rejection.
I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking to get out up here. At the orb high, I would like to get out because I don't trust it to continue. I'm gonna get out right here. I'm gonna manually close it. I don't trust it. That was a nice break, but I don't trust it.
On both platform accounts, so I'm good for the day.
Nice. Good stuff, bro. Yo, look at gold. Just like falling. Just falling and falling and falling.
Maybe enough people watched my video last night to realize what's going on. Risk on. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that was a great video.
Yo, what's up, Darko? Good morning. Welcome back to the live stream. Yes, sir. Caught that banger this morning. Love that. Love it. Love it. Let's see.
I had to use that tagline and cliche it because like it's a popular one. I don't like doing stuff like that, but I needed to say that because people are really afraid of this market in our space and even in some institutional spaces. So you really got to just step back, shut your emotions down, and just read a damn chart. It's really, not that scary of a place to be in the market.
Nah, I'm looking. Let's buy this dip, guys.
If you're really long term and you're like a buy and hold type, this is just going to give you opportunity. You don't have to really think about it as I'm going to lose my ass. Think about it as I'm going to find some opportunity when this finally settles.
Yep. I want a good entry, but I like that 30-minute close on ES and NQ for us to continue higher, so I really want to see if we could find a good long entry. But right now, sellers are stepping in for the moment, so maybe we want to go retest demand again. Get that same entry point. That'd be nice. Point of control right here, though.
You gotta stop now, watch that chart. Everybody else is losing hard.
Yo, I thought you were gonna say, stop, what's that sound? That other one?
Hey, you got a good foundation there.
I think we need to start a Bullishbrs karaoke.
There we go.
Dude, hell yeah.
Dude,
YouTube guys, if you're
crushing.
watching this, join our community, bullishbrs.com. We live trade every day for our community. Catch some nice bangers. Let's see what's going on with ES. Is pulling back right now. We're on trade map light. Next level is 5650 to the downside, but if that 30-minute wants to continue, we are not going to see that 5650. I do not see that happening.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but however, if you can find someone out there who can scalp an FOMC event like we do.
Yeah, we're killers. Jeremy's got that crazy low time frame scalping. Awesome. I got my supply and demand, some scalping and day trading. Creed, I think Creed day trades or scalps day trades? Both.
I mean,
Creed.
It all depends on the market.
5 in the 15-minute.
yeah. He'll take some futures trades and scalping.
Cool.
He likes pullback entries.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Yo, I really want to try to find an entry here.
I smell 19680.
I see dead people.
Right.
Certified lover boy, certified. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, Kendrick. Now we're probably, do we dive lower on this? I'd like to see us hold again and sort of trap sellers at this point, but sellers have been pretty strong right here. Just wait 1 sec.
No.
Let's see. What's Naz doing? Naz red CVD again though, trying to find some support down here. Oh, big buyer on NASDAQ. That's a good sign. But does it want to continue? Is the question. Struggling. There we go. NASDAQ buyer. Need ES buyer to accumulate here, but it keeps struggling on ES more than NASDAQ right now. It's a red flag because ES does usually tend to have that bit of a pull. So let's see. Need that CVD to start pushing green on ES here too. VIX trying to push higher, which is bearish. But I wanted that 30 minutes to push back bullish. Nope, look at these bears trying to step back in again. Getting difficult, getting tough, getting tough. Let's see if we want to retest demand. Is the retest of demand the trade? Look at the 5 minute, still hasn't closed yet. We could just wait on that, see what Naz is doing too. Now it's hard for me to take any shorts because we're coming off of a demand zone right now. There we go, yes. Now you want to do something? Let's see.
Caught that.
Nice. I know, I tried to. It like wicked my stop. Let's see if it gives me one more little dip here. 15 seconds left on this 5 minute. Try that one more entry on that. But tough getting an entry up here. Because we'd rather get our entry closer to that demand zone. There we go. Yeah, see that? It might want to run to that demand zone one more time on ES. I'd like to see buyers hold, but they keep failing.
Nice little pullback.
Yep.
I think we have unfinished business at 19680, but that's just me.
Let's see. Naz, everything's very choppy right now. I would
go down to 19650.
Hey, Darko, I appreciate that. He said he likes my hairstyle. I got my hair down today. Oh, I need your guys' opinion, and anybody on YouTube too. Do I chop off the hair? Do I cut it? I've had it long for like a few years now. Before this, had it, shaved on the side, pushed over. It was all cleaned up. What do you guys think?
Chop it off.
Chop it off.
I mean, I can
or
see
join
that.
Or join the new Guns N' Roses band.
Those are my only options.
Depends on who you're trying to attract. I mean, if you're looking for new members, that is. If you're looking for new members, you have to say, well, what's the demographic, and go with that.
Exactly. Well, that's sort of my thought was the industry that we're in, the whole trading world, the stock market world. I would think they would want a bit more cleaner of a style. Right?
I mean, you could do doobie trading.
Doobie trading.
And you would attract some interesting people doing that.
What'd you call it?
Doobie trading.
That's funny. No, I want to make sure I get the right clientele.
Oh man, look at this go short.
Oh my god. Apparently, you have to be a druggie to have long hair, according to Marziti.
All right, man.
There are two guys on YouTube. There are two guys on YouTube that stream their day trading stuff, and they're often smoking up and smoking a hookah and talking and stuff. And it's like, I've never seen them probably trade on a real account, But they're having a good time, man.
That's funny.
Okay,
I
that
bet they
sounds
are.
funny.
I bet they're having a great time.
Yeah.
Tell me you're not copy trading them.
No, I listened to them like 2 or 3 times, and that was it. I gotta look them up.
Holy smokes. I was going to insert a dad joke. What is a stoner's favorite body part to talk about?
No. Oh wait, hold up. Hold up. Wait, I gotta figure this one out.
Is
What
that
is
their
it?
hands?
It's a stoner's favorite body part to talk. Oh, their joints.
That's
Right?
one. But the favorite part is the ear.
What?
Ear, man.
You say the ear?
Where's the sound effect?
They can't enunciate the letter H while they're exhaling or trying to hold it in and talk to their buddy to pass to the left.
There's the sound effect.
Jesus.
Ear, man.
Oh man. I don't even know if that deserves a round of applause.
Oh, yes,
No,
it
that was
does.
just golf claps.
Golf
Oh,
clap.
yeah.
That's great.
Oh, we love it. We love it.
All right, let's go down to 19650. Let's go. Let's go. Close that. Close
Guys,
that
don't
fair
forget
value.
Apex
Let's
started
go.
another sale. What'd they do? The 80% sale again?
680 met.
It'll be right there.
What did I tell you, y'all?
Yep, 680 done. Now 650. Let's go. Come on, give me 30 points.
Right? I want to let it settle here a minute because it can go either way. Either way, we're within that same 5-minute doji where the wick was.
We broke right below that, but we're back inside the orb.
That doji right there. Let me get the comment in here with a screenshot. Maybe.
Sellers, sellers, sellers.
How'd you guys like that little return to the high bull rally yesterday after that dip?
It was nice, man. Dude, look
That
at
was-
gold still selling off.
That was awesome.
What is gold doing, man? Gold just said, hold up, I forgot something at the 3000s. Let me just drop 50
Yeah.
points in the morning. I forgot something down here. That's my bad. I forgot this passive buyer at 3002. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. See some new faces in here. Hello and welcome to the Bullishbrs community. Hope you guys are doing well today. Happy Friday. Took a nice long trade on ES. A couple scalps, actually. So we're just sort of chilling right now, waiting on the world to change. And we're going to be waiting a while. Damn, gold going crazy. I'd look for 3002, 30,002. This passive buyer down here. Also, low volume though. Let's see if we get a gold short entry, seeing how gold's just, falling out of the sky right now. We have an imbalance right here, 3022. Another imbalance right here, the 3010. 3010. Oh, that's right here. Not 3012. 3012 to about 3013. Player, hater.
Replying to some collaboration here. I get a lot of questions on
Oh, got our orb double break.
On Matthew's podcast.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like kind of looking at there's a lot more interest out there in the wheel trade than I would think. But it's mostly to traders with some experience in options trading.
Cool.
So, I mean, I think we might shift gears a little bit. I might lean on options trading a little more. Although I love scalping, I can make some time to do some option stuff too.
Cool, man. All right, let's see. 30-12, 30-12, 30-12, 30-12. $30-12. Oh, ESNQ reversing, maybe, hopefully. Nas trying to hold demand. Gold trying to break into that 30-12. Low volume right there, too.
Got out too early on that.
On this ESNQ reversal?
Yes.
I know, I was looking, that's why I said that 30-minute looked good for bulls. I just couldn't find a good spot. Or break low, I guess, was a good entry. Reversal off of that. Let's see. Minute 10 for this 5 minute to close. Being patient on this, seeing what setups want to prevail. A minute left for the 15 minute to close. And that could sort of help us to see if we're staying range bound, right? Jeremy, you said we would probably stay between that orb and check it out, right? And that's also how the orb could be helpful. If we stay within that range, we know we have poor price action.
Exactly. And that's all just scalpable chop at that point.
Yep. Just buy the highs, sell the lows. So buy the lows, sell the highs. Keep doing that.
Yeah. That way. Don't be somebody else's exit liquidity.
Exactly. Think that you need their liquidity to enter or exit, because that'll really make you second guess where your entries are and think about it. Not second guess, but think about it.
Agreed.
For those of you that are curious why we had such a huge sell-off at 8:30, it goes back to Fed speak. A Fed speaker called Goolsbee. We talk about FOMCs and this, that, and the other, but anytime a Fed person opens their mouth, they can say something. And at 8:30, this guy opened his mouth and he said, businesses have anxiety waiting on the whole tariffs and blah, blah, blah. And the market just went right on the spot.
Yep.
That's great. Yo, I'm liking that 5 minute possibly on ES.
Guys, can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on?
It's good. Hey, I've been trying to learn this orb concept in scalping, and this is Ken, I'm sorry.
That's all right. What's going on, Ken?
I've been starting on the 5 minute candle and then marking the high and the low,
Okay.
and then looking for a breakout and retest. Also the pre-market high and low and the day high and low.
Cool.
That looks like what you guys are doing now, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part. We're marking out like previous day high and low. The orb, which is the 15-minute high and low of the New York session. I'm re-entering a long position right here on ES off of this retest of demand again. Very tight stop. Got to be careful. Stop at the low of the current 5 minute in case we pull back and look for a re-entry. It's very choppy price action. Not looking to play with capital. Play with profits, I should say.
So if you're marking off the 5 minute candle high and low, are you
the 15
doing the trade in the 1 minute?
So we're marking the 15-minute high and low on the 9:30 candle. So the first 15-minute candle that forms, the high and low gives us our orb area, our orb range. And then you could trade it on the 5 minute, maybe even on the 1 minute as well.
So you want it to break through and then you wait for it to come back to retest?
Yeah, usually.
If it's short or long,
Yep.
you look for a confirmation and then you place it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Sometimes we can look to see if we close above the orb for confirmation. Let's see. Really want buyers to start to hold here.
The
Equities
idea
are
of the
trying to
orb
push
trade,
lower.
you're looking for it to break one side, then retest it. So just making a number here, let's say that the high is 100 and it goes up to 105. You're looking back for it to come back and test 100, reject it, and go back north again. And so when you break that 105, you would go long with it. Same thing on the south side. So it goes outside of the orb, comes back and tests the orb, rejects it, meaning it's not going back inside the high low of the orb. And then you say, okay, it's confirmed. So it's called a break, retest, bounce. It's also called a Busby, is Signet's little name for it. All mean the same thing, but you're generally looking for a confirmation that it's not going back into the range from 9:30 to 9:45 if you're using a 15-minute orb. Some people use a 30-minute orb, some people use an hour orb.
Right. It really depends on your strategy, your system, what you're comfortable with, and the experience, right? If you try the 5-minute for a while and you feel like you're not getting good results on the 5-minute and you've given it a good 3-4 weeks or a month to see if you're getting good results or not, and you're not, then you could say, okay, well, maybe I want to look at this on the 15-minute or the 30-minute, and you change up, how you're trading it. But it's important to make sure that when you do come up with that system, that you stick to it every day. You don't want to stray from it. You don't want to make rules where you could sort of go against it now and then. You want it to be systematic. Think of it like when we're trading, people create AI automated trade bots. We want to be our own trade bots. We want to be able to trade like a robot.
The reason the 15-minute is chosen so much is that the first 5 minutes of market open are chaos, and then you've got a little bit of starting to settle. The premise being that by 9:45, the market has settled down from the opening, and a direction has been chosen, if such is the case, be it break up, break south, or chop in the middle.
Yep.
I've been called a robot by many.
So because the liquidity stands to be higher towards the beginning, do you stop scalping like around 11?
Gotta get going, guys. All the best in the market. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Take care, Ricardo. Be good, man. Ken, what was your question?
Yeah, can you repeat that?
It broke up.
So because a lot of it has to deal with the volume with liquidity, and that starts like 9:30 to 11 o'clock, are you pretty much done with scalping by 11?
Most of the time, yes. Although certain events, like if we have an FOMC or we have some economic data coming out in the middle of the day later on, around typically 1 or 2 o'clock, something like that, we can get back into it. And hell, there's been times where I've just literally sat in my chair and forgot to eat lunch from open to close, scalping all day long. It happens.
That's funny.
But in your best interest, even as a newer trader or an experienced trader, ideally you want to focus in the times of the market where there's the most volatility, which happens to be from open till about 11. And in most cases, if you are getting better at price action analysis, volatility actually is welcomed because you can be more accurate. You can thrive in it. Whereas if it's just kind of choppy, low volatility, not very big moves, it's really hard to read the chart and really hard to plan your trades and trade your plan. So in retrospect, focusing on that higher volatility time frame is going to be your best friend. And not just for your performance, but for your ability to practice this, because that's going to really be your designing factor here, is that you need a lot of practice the screen time is going to be horrendous. And ideally, if you focus in a volatile market and you learn to master price action analysis in that volatility, every time frame to you is going to be found at a glance. You're just going to be able to glance at a chart and automatically see what you need to see to decide whether you want to trade it. And also in that same glance, you can plan and execute a trade.
Yo, I just caught that flip on NQ. That was insane. That was a crazy quick. That was 20 points in like a minute. That was wild. Oh,
Hopping out
it's
of the
still
high wave
going.
here.
It's still going. That
Yeah.
15-minute looks good, guys. Buy Bull City, baby. Really new direction this morning. Really knew where the bottom of our range was today, which was demand. That's why I love supply and demand as the baseline of my system, because it gives me an idea before market even opens, before we even enter or come near these areas, that there's a good chance it will hold as the bottom of the range or the top of the range, whether I'm looking at a supply zone or a demand zone. This demand zone today worked as the bottom of our range. We've been in a bit more of a bear market, and yet this demand zone still held as the bottom of our range. We're very choppy price action today. People are going to look back at this today and say, oh, it was horrible price action. Listen, every day is going to be different. So some days, like we talked about earlier, are going to require more scalping, and scalping is going to be a great way to trade a range like this. Some days are call for more day trading. Today would not call for day trading. If you tried to hold anything today, look at all of these upper wicks, look at all these lower wicks. This is what we call stop hunts, when the market wants to break previous candles low, break previous candles high, fail the low, fail the high, and see inconsistency. Wow, look at ES still going. NASDAQ pumping like crazy. That's nuts, man. I could have held that for another 30 points on NQ. That's wild. There's the break of the orb again. So it's looking like we're ready to break higher on the orb. 15-minute continuing on NASDAQ. Looking so good for the buyers, guys. And remember, the 30-minute is what kept me bullish. And check it out. Basing candle. Impulse move. Now this candle had a long lower wick for the most part of this 30-minute candle up until the last 5 minutes or so. And that's what we got, this huge wick back higher. We're looking like we do want to close green. That's clean, man. Let's see. Yo.
Yes. Yesterday I collaborated on Matthew's podcast there, Rebel Finance.
Nice.
And we talked to an energy expert, a guy who's been in, in upper positions within energy production his whole life. He's retired, but he's very smart, very much in a place to be a consultant for this stuff.
Cool.
And there was a couple things I know Sig knows better than this guy as far as boots on the ground type stuff, knowing how many rigs are down, how many rigs are up. That can be kind of a fade area, but overall, the recognition in the oil and gas industry kind of aligns the same. There's some serious opportunity to watch rotation in that field. One of the equities I talked about yesterday was NFE, and
try an
it's
NQ long at VWAP. Yeah, sorry.
Great swing trade entry. It's cooking now. EQT is another one, and a couple other oil and gas industries. It's good to take a step back because, like, a lot of people jumped into that nuclear theme and didn't realize that it's going to take 10, 20 years. I mean, for some of it to just get through the permitting process, let alone build it.
Yeah.
You go and look at oil and gas and coal, and it's like flipping a switch. You get an almost instant gratification. If you have high energy demands, you just produce more.
Right.
So in the long run, who makes the most? The people involved in the infrastructure, all the pipelines, all the transfer, all the logistics and transport and stuff like that. Those are the guys that are going to be the pick and shovel sales for this whole thing.
Yeah, one more pump on NASDAQ and I'm out. Oh my God, please, NASDAQ, please. It's so close. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Nope, you're good. We're just on top of that half step, so I think we're going to consolidate here a couple bars before we decide where to go.
No, one more move. No, I'm just...
I know. Let me get the 5 second up. I'll show you what I mean.
Nah, one more pop and I'm done for the day. One more pop and I'm shmoney. Come on now, Naz. You know you want to.
Shmoney.
It's like,
Love
no, I
that
don't
word.
want to give you any money, Kevin. Why would I want to do that? It's literally what the market's known for, is not giving people money. It's fine, we'll
There's
wait.
unfinished business. A full MM is 19,790 on the NQ.
I don't like
But I
the...
think we're gonna.
Sorry, I was gonna say, I don't like the area we're on ES too, also has resistance up here.
Yeah,
When they
I
both
think we're
run...
gonna consolidate.
Yeah. Really need that
But
NAS to pop. 2 minutes
if
left
if
on this 5.
if it does finish the MM, I suspect it will be a very fast wick to it. So like, be nimble.
Yup. You're saying to the downside for the MM or to the upside?
Upside MM, full MM is 19,790.
Yeah. Bro,
And that's
it was literally like 2 points away from my target on NASDAQ. Give me one more pump. Come on now.
it's finished wave 2. Let's see what
Oh,
wave 3
no.
does.
Damn. Boo. Come on now.
Oh, hang on. They're fishing. They're fishing.
It's definitely fishing. It's gonna stop, Hunt. It's gonna stop, Hunt. Anybody that tried longs at VWAP, it's gonna stop us. Oh.
Well,
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
look at the 2 range bars in the lower end of that that 5-second pattern I just put up in the chat.
Yo, I need a spike here. I need a spike here to the upside. Minute left on this 5 minute. There's some buying volume. Is this where we want to step in now? Or not yet?
This
Again.
Right in the middle. It's still got a couple 5-second bars before we see what happens here.
No. 42 seconds left on the 5 minute. Oh no, don't dive. It's gonna go stop Hunt, man. I'm telling you, it wants the low of the current 5 minute candle. Maybe not. I really hope not. That's where my stop loss is, at 741.30. 741. 741.
I'm looking
here
to
it
pick
comes.
up a little at 19,738 if it holds.
Dude, so close. Ah, there it is. Lame. 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 Lame.
Hit my order.
Let's see. 15 minute and 30 minute. Oh,
There it is.
15 closes soon, too. Here's some support now. Nope. Dive through. Let's see.
Kevin, was that blue line going down the VWAP?
Yeah.
Start acting like a kid. Gimme, 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 gimme.
Dude, I know. I can't believe Nas just played me like that. It was literally a tick away from my target.
I mean, it's sweeping liquidity on wave 3 here. Let me see.
Yeah, no, listen, I still want longs. I still want this to continue back higher. Tough
Just
point
that
of
they-
entry.
Yeah, you can see it on a 5 minute too, but let me pull the 1 minute and I'll show you what I mean.
I'm looking for the
Yeah,
15 and 30 to continue.
The abbreviation PDL and SXL is at previous day low.
Yep, previous day low and sell side liquidity. Damn, son.
They brought their tackle box. They're fishing for beef.
Yeah, I'll give them beef.
Right.
Market wants beef. I'll brawl.
So the wick sticking out of the top of this zone is merely a high wave. We achieved the target on that, but if you look at the wick before it, that's where the liquidity is.
Yeah.
And this is where they're going to fish for the stops. So if they're going to bounce right off this realm, the top edge of that was that 19,738, and then the bottom edge of that is really not much. It's like 19,725. Not a big range there. But when they fish for liquidity, that's where they're going to find it.
Yeah.
So like now it's breaking 738 again. I can grab some long and sit on this without having to worry about a stop loss, and I can just plot my exit order at 19,790 and hover over the eject button.
Right. I see you. Yeah. There we go. Here we go. There we go. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna learn my lesson and get out into strength. I'm not gonna let it wick me away. We're gonna be scalpers today, because that's what price action's calling for.
Be nimble, my friend.
That's right, that's right. Almost want to re-enter again here on this little pullback. But forget that.
Give it a moment.
Crude and gold. Yo, check out crude, by the way. Crude ended up holding this broken supply zone that I had marked out after it swept this pre-market low, which is exactly what I was looking for, but I was actually looking for this demand zone inside this broken supply zone. So it was 4 ticks away from entry on crude oil. That's pretty crazy. But crude's been nice lately. I have unfortunately been missing them, but pre-market playbook has been playing out like to a T on crude oil, and hopefully I don't miss that trend. Let's see,
All right.
15-minute.
Moment of truth.
Dump.
Dump.
I know what you want.
Pump.
I mean,
Now
we
let's
can sit around this VWAP for a
forever.
while, man.
Oh,
For
yeah.
all, dude, for all day.
We can go 10 points up, 10 points down, 10 points up, 10 points down, you know.
Tentos.
I'm gonna get ready to go to the gym, and I'm like, this is it.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
I
let
hear
my
that.
bot play on the sim account for the rest of the day and see what happens, you know.
Nope. Looks like
At
NQ
least it
maybe.
keeps training the models.
Keeping an eye on the weighted index, keeping an eye on the VIX. VIX is pushing lower, which is usually bullish. I had to think about that for a second. So we'll see.
But today, remember, is the witching day. I
Yep.
mean, correlations are all off today.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Let's see if we get a pop here. Last 15 seconds of this 5-minute. We pop
Whoever
or
bought
drop?
puts yesterday at the closing made a killer at the opening this morning.
Right?
I ain't scared.
I ain't scared.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you. Enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
everybody have a good weekend. I think Signet's on at 2 o'clock today, Eastern. Everybody, please, if you can, make an opportunity to come out and spend a little time with him as well.
Love it,
And
man.
I think Jeremy and I will be talking some more about setting up the wheel trade stuff this weekend. Maybe, I
Cool.
don't know. I've had a couple people talk to me about an evening session, so maybe doing that as well. And we'll come out the first of the week and kind of give some ideas of where we're standing on that. That being said, y'all have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. Take care, Marziti. Have a good weekend. Yo, I want to see buyers pop this thing, man. We're chilling above VWAP on NASDAQ. Buyers are trying to accumulate and tighten here, but they keep failing. And that's a huge red flag.
Yeah, they're dipping in the pool one more time, looks like.
Eh,
All right, let's do the dumping.
if that's
Come
what you
on.
call it.
Well, when you're fishing for beef, other people's stop losses.
Hmm.
You just drop a line in the pool, dangle a carrot out there on that DOM, and then bang. See ya.
Nice. Oh my god, nice. That was a quick scalp. Whew. Yo, I'm checking out. I
Buddy.
got NASDAQ on my other screen. That's where I'm scalping with. And I'm looking for CVD movement to the upside along with the volume bubbles. And that's been giving me some nice scalps on NQ. Definitely some real account savers.
Oh yeah. Diversified. That's how we diversify our portfolio. Well, our scalping
Yeah,
portfolio.
let's say our system, our setups.
Yeah.
Yo, V
And
Lady, what's going on? TC
Yeah,
Trader, what's up? Preacher, Reed, Speed, what's going on? Jim, Kavitha, good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Friday. Hope you guys had a good week and ready for a good weekend. This 15-minute here on gold looks like it wants to create our basing candle right here. our impulse move, and then we could look for this candle to continue. But I'm not going to take that. Forget that.
Dog's chewing on something that's not a toy. Bareback.
Very dog of them to do. I'm thinking of taking an NQ long down here. Because a lot of people probably going to be trying shorts for us to wick back higher anyways. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going to.
Ah, the puppies.
That's great.
Or as Uncle Jed would say, well, doggies.
Looking for the VIX here to keep pushing lower for us to push higher on ESNQ, but we are struggling, guys. Big wall right here on ES, but a lot of times we end up running to those, so really want to see if we could start finding some buying pressure here. CVD has been red for the most part of today on ES.
Fishing in that pool.
Yeah. You gotta start swimming, guys. That's why they call it Think or Swim.
Yeah, buddy.
There
See, the
goes
screenshot I
gold.
just posted, that was the first bot trade of the day.
First bot
That means
trade.
that somebody in the order flow put something really large there.
It wasn't me.
You know, where's Creed at?
Yeah, right? That's funny.
Well,
CVD pushing lower. Be careful. We might dump. Watch NAS. Weighted index pushing lower too. Equities. AVGO pushing lower. Apple at resistance at 213. Microsoft pushing lower. Meta pushing lower. Nvidia pushing lower. Bye equities.
Yeah.
See ya.
Fortunately for us, guys like Matthew Tuttle don't tend to day trade futures like we do.
His loss. No, I'm just kidding.
But he is starting to show interest in it.
That's cool, man. That's cool. No, that's awesome. I love what Matt does. Matt's crazy, dude. That's so cool.
I mean, for a guy who doesn't have to do anything for anyone in this space,
yeah.
Dude, that's absolutely rare to find someone with that much heart.
Yep.
I really am blown away by the guy.
Yep. 15-minute closes in 5 minutes. Oh, do we reverse here? Oh, man, that's tough.
That's your halfback right there, buddy.
I don't know, if we reverse here, imagine all the people trapped in shorts trying to chase these shorts to the downside just for us to find some support.
Those of you out there listening on YouTube, you probably know by now, we've been doing this for years. And whether you're into scalping or options trading, swing trading, whatever it may be,
Yep.
we are a wealth of experience and knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that to toot my horn or break my elbow, pat myself on the back.
Woo! Got out NQ. There we go. Goal of the day, 1,500. We're done for the day.
While everyone else is freaking out about volatility in the market, we thrive in it. I mean, this is our market.
Yeah, right? Seriously. Bro, every market. My supply and demand for the day trading, your range-bound trading for when markets range, which is 80% of the time, it's perfect. It's a really great system. It's a great community. And we all work together really well. And we look out for each other.
And I know we're not like charging $1,000 a month like some of the other favorite communities out there. But we're not, because we don't make a living off the community, man. We make a living trading.
Yeah.
But what we have is, I think, the most value you can get for a trading
100%.
community, hands down.
Kevin, is gold being tested in a zone?
Gold, yeah, look at that. Check out gold. Gold just, I mentioned earlier, gold was creating a demand zone here on the 15-minute time frame. So I'm going to delete, well, I'll lighten up this red zone for a second. This red zone was an old supply zone that we broke in the past. So let's see how we came off of that broken supply zone. And then on this 15-minute time frame, right here we have our basing candle on the 15. So a basing candle would be a small red body and a longer lower wick. And then what we would look for a demand zone would be a red basing candle at a low, and then the candle afterwards to be an impulse candle, a green candle pushing us higher. Now what we would look for to confirm a strong demand zone is we'd look for the basing, our impulse move, and then we'd look for this candle and the next couple candles to also continue higher, because that's our continuation. It's a three-part play when it comes to supply and demand. Look for our basing at a low, our impulse move after the basing, and the continuation after the impulse move.
Where would your entry be?
So this is for creating a supply or demand zone. So if let's say we create this demand zone, we create our basing, we have our impulse move, and then these candles start to continue. Then at that point, what I would do is I would delete these old demand zones, and we could delete those for a quick second. I can't select all. Can I? No. Oh, I always forget demonstration, though. That's pretty cool. My entry would be on the retest of the demand zone. So I would need us to form the basing, create the impulse move, have the continuation, and then my entry would be once we retest that zone. Now, it does depend, because my entry is not just going to be as soon as we touch the zone for an entry. I might look for something else to line up. If we maybe have a book map level down here, that would help me create a tighter entry inside my demand. So supply and demand is really just for market structure, and see the market in a whole. See where the ranges are, and see where potential highs and lows are.
So
Yeah.
that's where you would do like a volume profile and a sentiment.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah. So like, let's say this 15-minute demand zone. A lot of times, when we're coming into a supply or demand zone, they were formed from another day. So let's say on the ES today, we had this 30-minute demand zone down here, and when market opened, so let's use our replay tool and bring it back to our 9:30. So here's 9:25 before market opened. If I wanted to use my anchored volume profile and bring it to our, let's see, what's today's Friday? Bring it to our Friday open price, which is going to be, it'll be like that 6 p.m. from yesterday. Let's see, over here. Here's our gap fill. So our open price is going to be over here. Here's our 6 o'clock. So we're going to mark it out right there. And now we see our point of controls, we see our volume shelves, and we see that we do have some stronger volume in this demand zone. So volume was starting to build up, and that could give us confirmation that this is the bottom of our range. This is where a lot of buyers are accumulating. We might be able to target the next volume shelf, which would be around where the orb ended up being, this 56.72 up here. After that, if we were able to break out, then our next target would have been up here, around 56.86, 87, 88 even. Very high volume shelf right here. I'll make it stand out a little more for you. There we go. So look, volume picked up down here in demand. This is before price even got here. Next volume shelf would be up here. This is, again, before the orb was even formed. And then there was low volume above that, and that's where we ended up reversing. We reversed in that low volume. Each time we tried to break that orb, we reversed. Very range bound. We're in this range cluster. We look for trends when we're able to break away from these clusters to target the next cluster of volume.
and when you're range bound and it's consolidating, it's it's because the market makers are putting their stock in to accumulate to do their next trade.
So don't think of market makers as putting their stops, and think of them as creating large enough orders that that's where prices usually end up rejecting and reflecting. So like up here in the supply zone, right, perhaps they were selling at this point around 57.03. We rejected it again here. We rejected it again here. So these are areas where they're accumulating their orders. So this is where if sellers, it's a supply zone, we're looking for them to continue selling when we get in that supply zone. If it's a demand zone, when we enter the demand zone, we look for them to continue buying when we enter that demand zone. I might use this point of control, this volume profile tool a bit more often on TradingView. This is really cool. I do like it. Oh, I accidentally just clicked it over here. And what's cool is you can put it anywhere. If I wanted to put it on just the market open, here, ready? Here's just market open. And now I can't see it because it's behind the other one. Let's see if we could hide that one for a second. Well, we'll delete it for a second then. But we see that price stayed choppy. There wasn't much buying or selling activity down here at the lows. Now, this could also have helped us because we saw that when price started, or tried, I should say, to move lower down here, volume wasn't picking up to match the rest of the volume. Now, if it was, then our range would have been further down. But look at where the highest volume shelves are and where price was accumulating. And we even have these blue levels. This is the developing VA, volume average, right? So this is where most volume is being traded, and that's usually where price tends to range if we're not able to break out. And that's exactly what we were doing today. So volume is huge, guys. If you don't have Bookmap, that's okay. TradingView also has a bunch of cool tools that you could use.
Kevin,
On
I found,
TradingView, the visual range volume profile is pretty nice. You can adjust it to the candles you want to look at.
Yup,
Kevin,
exactly.
I found two indicators I've been looking at. If you look at from LuxAlgo, they have a money flow profile.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one I've been using is the MS multi-10 frame MTF trend PT. It gives you a kind of like a heat map bar. You can set your time frames. It shows you if things are going bullish or bearish and running that.
What's it
On
called?
the bottom.
MS what?
MS-MTF underscore trend PT.
Dash?
There it is. Market structure. You had it.
Oh.
Market structure MTF trend.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, that one. And then I'm also using the money flow profile. It lets you set the volume or sentiment.
That's interesting. This is a cool one. That's interesting. Yeah. That's not bad. That's cool. That's pretty cool. If you use it. That's cool. I wouldn't use this in my system. However, I could see how you could use it in your system because it does sort of keep you in line in the sense of what's the higher time frame trend. And even though we have been bullish this morning, higher time frame trend has still been bearish because we haven't taken out these highs. So that's sort of why I wouldn't be a big fan of it, because if I was solely putting my system and my strategy today based off of this higher time frame being bearish, I would have been trying shorts all morning, and that wouldn't have been working out in my favor. Whereas supply and demand, no matter what the market structure is, it's going to help me find those highs and lows. And even if we do break a supply or a demand zone, when we break demand zones, unless we're able to really break below it and close below it, then we use it as supply. They still work as an area of support. Look at down here. We broke this demand zone this morning, but we failed to really push below it, right? We broke below it, we had another demand zone here that held, and we closed back within this green zone's range. Same situation here, pushed below, a retest of this demand zone that would have been a good entry for a long position, back into the range. So very cool stuff. Learning a lot today, guys. Really good stuff. Always a great day trading with you guys. What a great community. What an awesome group of people you guys all are. Love you all so much. Earlier, Ken asked how I would enter this demand zone or order block, and I said that usually we would wait for it to form, and then maybe later that day, or the next day, or whenever we return to that zone, that's when I would look for an entry. Now, if I was looking to be a little more aggressive on my entries, I could look for us to create this basing at an area of interest, which we were at this broken supply zone. So think of it this way. If things start to add up, that gives you higher probabilities. If we created this basing candle in the middle of nowhere, we would not have good probabilities. Look, if this zone wasn't here and we just based, then we could have pulled back and continued lower. But because we created that basing candle at another area that was resistance is now support, that gives us extra confidence. We could have looked to take this long entry right here at the open price of this red candle, stop loss at the low, because for us to create a supply or a demand zone, we don't break that wicks low. So that would have been another way for a possible entry. YouTube guys, make sure you smash that like button. Join us Monday through Friday, pre-market preps 8:30 to 9. Monday and Friday for some live streams. Join our community for live streams every single day. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ chopping around. Now, look at the NAS right here. We've had our order block, which would be our basing candle, and then our rally. Now we have our order block, which would be our basing candle. Now the question is, do we want to rally on this one? We have 6 minutes left on the 5 minute. Looks like we're trying to form some support here on ES. We will have to see. Let's see, MJ Trader, what's going on, my man? I'm just seeing your message now. Really loving your masterclass, learning a lot, and now have an understanding and direction. Dude, awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, guys, don't forget, lifetime members now have all access to my Futures Masterclass, and that's in the Next Level library. So check that out. That's 8 hours of trading education, creating a system, going over different trading strategies, going over order flow, creating a checklist, creating routine. Really great stuff. I mean, I put a lot of work. There's hundreds and hundreds of like slides of information put into it. Really great stuff. MJ, thank you for reminding me of that. Charlie, Mike, what's going on? Welcome to the community. I saw you joined recently. Hello and welcome. I'm hoping you brought Charlie, Mike, and Bravo with you. Haha. But welcome to the community. You got any questions, please let us know. And guys, if you do have questions, try to leave it in the main chat tab and not the live stream tab, because sometimes I'll miss the open chat, I'll miss the live stream, but I will see the main chat is always up. And if you are part of the community, feel free to talk to with Push to Talk.
Hey Kevin, thanks. It's the first day here and 1 year into trading, and first impression on this is completely awesome. Appreciate it.
Cool, dude. Cool. I'm happy to hear that. Welcome and congrats on your journey. Hopefully we can help take you to your next level. Do you trade futures, stocks, or options?
For the past year, I just, again, learning the chartist skill, pretty much focused solely on the S&P, so futures.
Cool, man. Cool. I would definitely recommend then taking a look at that masterclass that I put out on the Next Level library, because that could help you sort of find a baseline to get started.
Yeah, I got that one started already.
Nice. Cool, man. Cool. I love it. And guys, too, if anybody is new here, me and Sig, Jeremy, I don't know if you do one-on-one mentorships, but we do offer like one-on-one sessions outside of Bullishbrs in case you sort of want to take your own personal trading to the next level, have a little bit of a one-on-one an hour session where we help you form some type of system or strategy, or help you really refine what you're looking at. If you want to go over a whole session where we cover bookmap or order flow entries or volume, down for that. You want to take it slow. I know some people, I do offer a mentorship program that's like 2 months long. It's like 3 sessions a week, but it's really hands-on, right? It's something that I want to help you guys take your trading to the next level and take it seriously. You can learn as much as you want on YouTube, but when you start learning on YouTube, you start following that YouTube trail, right? And then you start chasing your tail. You got your tail between your legs, start learning too much, you start getting overwhelmed, and then you learn nothing in the long run. Let me help you to sort of guide and gauge, or Sig, whoever. A mentor helps you to sort of skip that whole YouTube route. I could help you to say, hey, yeah, check out this video, but I'm not going to tell you, check out a fair value gap, learn an order block, check out a liquidity sweep. Then I want you to understand a market structure shift, look for a unicorn setup. That's bananas. You cannot learn when you're overwhelmed. We can only learn when, 1, we're that interested in the situation, and 2, taking it one step at a time. Cannot learn everything at once. We are not a master of all trades. We are looking to master one trade.
19,790. What'd I tell you guys?
Nice,
Nailed
dude.
it.
Nice, dude. Yeah, look at that. Nice buyer stepping in. We had that bias right all morning. I love it, guys. Love to see it. Love to see it. 56.77 on ES with the breakthrough, too.
I
Cool
can be
stuff.
done for the day here. That was glorious.
Jeremy, where did you enter?
Let me go look at that trade. Hold on.
And yo, you guys gotta let me know too about the hair situation. Am I chopping it off or not? I'm getting some people saying keep your
Oh,
hair. Marziti had a good point to cut it, but we'll see. I'm thinking I cut it.
my first entry was as it popped through 19738, and then scalped it to, where did that go? I had to look left. Too much stuff. I scalped it into that first wave to
Oh,
like 19770, and now it's like kind of in that curl back. So as it came back above
buddy,
19760,
good
I went
morning and
long there as well. So not huge, just a little 10 and a 30. I didn't want to fish that base because I wasn't sure if that halfback was going to bounce. I wanted to wait until it came back through my liquidity zone that I mapped out on the 1 minute chart there before I took that last leg to 19790.
All right, Ken said he couldn't see me. Real quick. Instagram, Kevin.futures. What a handsome
And
fella.
and I do one-on-one mentorship, kind of via DM, but I always try to bring it back to the main chat because I think, and this is my philosophy, a lot of people are kind of shy to ask questions. Maybe they've been to some other communities where they get dumped on for asking dumb questions or something like that. Not here. We absolutely
We
will.
love questions, guys. Like, keep them
Yeah,
coming. Like, straight up.
and ask them over and over and over again. We don't care. Don't feel bad about that. That's why we're here.
Yep.
But I like to bring that stuff to the chat because it will benefit maybe one or two people who feel that way. They feel like a little bit intimidated to go and ask a simple question like that,
Right.
and that's fine. So if I bring it to the chat, maybe I help 3 people while helping one person directly.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to get to my short hair, but I can't. I don't know what my Instagram login is.
I like both.
Yeah.
I think I prefer your long hair though.
I know, right? Me too. It used to be short way back in the day. It's very clean cut, but got sick and that's when I grew it out. Became part of me. Look at
Yeah.
this
Yeah, Kevin, you
Nasdaq
gotta
though.
work on your thumbnails for your videos.
Who said that?
Marcus said
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah, I
know.
mean, you always choose just the weirdest pictures of yourselves.
Wait, which one? What are you talking about?
Like every
You.
thumbnail is like you just gotta.
I chose my most maniacal looking headshot ever.
What, like this one? I only use like 2 pictures for my
Okay,
thumbnails.
that's okay, but some of your thumbnails, man,
Dude, I gotta know
you
which
look
ones
so
you're talking about.
confused.
The last one I used was more of a
This
sensational
one?
one.
Oh, this one you're probably talking about.
I'll find one.
Oh, where is it? Come on now. He's gonna be talking about this one. Where I'm like looking to the side. Like they tell you to like
Yeah.
make it like you're thinking.
I did this one last because it was, well, I had to get some
Yeah, like
sobering
that
words
one,
out.
the gap fill one there.
The gap fill.
That one is.
This one's okay or no?
No.
No? That's why I need the hair.
Yeah, you need to show the flowing hair.
That's great. That's great.
My wife's got a
Skin.
curling
Oh
iron
my.
she can load too.
I can't repeat what Darko said in the chat.
Oh no.
He said shave it all off, but got a little funny with it. All right, let's see. Went a little Elon with it. What can I say? All right, look at this guy's crude right off pre-market plan. Gold created that 15-minute demand zone. Nasdaq, we didn't mark out the Nasdaq orb today, but we did know it was a breakout. Oh, we did. Orb was right here on NQ. We had a breakout and close above it. So take a look at this orb high, and then we're going to wrap up the stream. So YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Discord, always appreciate you guys for being so amazing. Hope you guys were able to make some money with me today. So look at the 9:30 candle here on the 15-minute time frame on ES and NQ. So I'm going to open up my chart a bit wider. We see that this is our 15-minute orb high on ES. Here's our 15-minute orb high on NQ. ES kept failing this orb high. NASDAQ kept closing above it. So NASDAQ showed it had relative strength in comparison to the ES. So that's why NASDAQ longs ended up trading out pretty well too, along with the ES longs, right? ES we traded off the range. We got some longs in the bottom near demand. NASDAQ, we were able to find some longs, same situation, retest off of demand, or once we created a new order block that held right above our opening range breakout. So really just a matter of being patient, letting the market develop, and seeing which setups and strategies work best in our system, right? We want to look for repeatability in the market, something we could come in and day out. Kevin and Jeremy can talk more about mentorship with you guys. I need to complete the video. Yeah, no, definitely hit the watch the Futures Masterclass first, then take some one-on-one mentorships, because that's super helpful, because then you'll know what questions to ask.
Absolutely.
Dargo, I'm sorry, I didn't see your question earlier. 30-minute green box is what exactly? Usually a 30-minute green box will be a demand zone, a red box will be a supply zone. Were you going to say something? I'm sorry about that.
I was just saying, straight DM me. I'll keep you anonymous and bring it to the main chat. So
yeah, DM, ask questions in the watch list, in the main chat, wherever y'all want.
I've got one.
You had just gone to you started showing a website and stuff. I thought it was an application or something for.
Oh yeah, that was I'll show you. That's just my coaching mentorship website. So guys, if you look up Trading Pioneers, tradingpioneers.net, that is where you could access or book some one-on-one sessions. Just head over to either programs and packages. That would be if you wanted to maybe buy 3 sessions to save some money. 8-week, I know it says 8-week hands-on session. I gotta change that to 2-month. It's 2 one-on-one sessions per week, so we could do it maybe Wednesdays and Fridays, Mondays and Fridays, and then 1 weekend review session for about 30 minutes, and that will also sort of help review where you've been that week and what you could focus on going forward, and that sort of helps keep you in line. 2 months straight, me and you meeting one-on-one 3 times a week will help get you in line in your trading. It's also a huge help in the accountability aspect. If you know that you're going to be answering to somebody, you're going to be showing your P&L, you're going to be sort of reviewing your trades, it will make you second guess wanting to feel FOMO, it'll make you second guess chasing any trades, because you're going to have to say, okay, hey Kevin, I took this trade because I felt like it. And that's not a trading setup. We want to trade thoughtful, not emotionally. And that's sort of where everything comes in play. Coaching services, this is where if you do purchase anything, you would come over to Book Now, one-on-one advanced futures, Book Now. Weekly review sessions are also by themselves too if you were interested, and it's cheaper than the one-on-one sessions. And yeah, tradingpioneers.net. You do get 50% off your first one-on-one session if you guys are interested if you use discount code BENZINGA, BENZINGA, for 50% off your first session.
You got a Wanna poster now? What?
What is that? For extreme market. That's great, man. That's awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am wrapping it up there. What a great Friday. Great way to end the week. Hope you guys have a good weekend ahead. Take care. Any questions, feel free to direct message me here on Discord. If you're on YouTube, you guys can message me through Instagram or wherever else.